title of the book is Everything I Learned in Medical School Besides All the Book Stuff. And it really began as a project that was just for me. It was, in a sense, my journal that I kept throughout medical school, and I wrote down things like my patient experiences, the things that I was learning along the way, the things that I was feeling. And it was going to be my way of looking back 20, 30, 40 years down the road and being able to relive how it felt to be a student that was seeing healthcare with bright eyes for the first time, and relive that sense of awe and wonder that we all come in to healthcare fields with, that we sometimes lose along the way. But as I began collecting these stories and these patient encounters, I began to realize that it could be a little bit more. It could be my way of passing along some of the knowledge that I gained from my experiences to others that are coming along the healthcare field. I always think back to a quote I heard many years ago, and the quote went a little something like this. It said, "You have the same number of hours in a day that Martin Luther King Jr. had, that John F. Kennedy had, that Mahatma Gandhi had, and look at what they accomplished." And so what I learned from this quote was that when it comes to life, you really have to make time for the things that you're passionate about. We often have this misperception that at some point down the road, when you're done with your medical training, all of a sudden the work is a lot less and you'll finally have time to really pursue the things that you want to do. But the reality is, in medicine, the work never ends. It never ends. And so you really have to make things that you want to do and your passions a priority now and incorporate them throughout all of your medical career. Unfortunately, we're all human. Mistakes happen all the time. And I tell a story of a surgeon who anesthetized the wrong side of the body during an OR case that I was watching. And the take-home message for you guys is, really, when you're a student, no matter what field you're in, whether it's pharmacy, dentistry, nursing, medical student, you're really at the front lines of patient care. You often know details about the patient that no one else knows, and you often spend more time with the patient than anybody else does. And so if you question and you see something happening that you're not quite sure is best for patient safety, it's up to you to make your voice heard. Other people might not realize and see the things that you're seeing. Oftentimes we have to put that fear and self-pride aside. We often say, well, what if I'm wrong? You know what? It's okay if you're wrong. The main point is question, make your voice be heard, and don't be afraid to speak up. Because once you're in healthcare, the patient now becomes the priority. We often hear if you're a part of medicine, you're going to be a student for life, which is very, very true. But I also want to encourage all of you to be teachers for life. We all attain a set of experiences and knowledge that we can pass along to others, not only those that are coming in behind us through the medical field, but also folks that are ahead of us. For me, I try to pass along some of that teaching and knowledge through my book. I've also joined the social media community. I have an account on Twitter, @MedSchoolAdvice is my name. And this is a way for me to share my experiences with thousands of others that are in all sorts of healthcare fields, and a way for me to learn from thousands of others as well. And so remember to be a student for life, but also to be a teacher for life.